Hi and welcome to another video by me. This is a video going over this board, this what I would refer to as lockdown lunacy. We are, as most of the world at this point in time, in this current state of pandemic panic, and we're all in lockdown and sort of told not to leave the house too much. But it does give you too much time to do things like this, and I have. Yeah, I decided to put all my fuzzes on one board. I say all, there's 7, so it's not a hideous amount. But for someone who I don't regard myself as a fuzz connoisseur, but that's enough. We have the classic Fuzz, which is my first ever fuzz pedal. Fascinating story, this. I can't even remember how I come about it, so it's not a fascinating story at all. But yes, the Dodd Classic Fuzz FX52. I've got this, and I also had, I'm saying a lot, I also had the classic Tube, which I presume was probably their take on a Tube Screamer-esque pedal. But that's in a state of disrepair at the moment. I might have to send that off to Stuart Tate and see if he can work his magic on it. That's a cool fuzz. I know nothing about it really. It is just got a cool fuzz. And the fuzz you get to, it's almost got like the kind of Spinal Tap goes to 11, because you wind it round and you get to, it's not 11, but you get to 9, and to take it to 10 you have to go through this funny kind of boost section where it does drive the fuzz into another realm altogether. Then we have the Electro Harmonics double muff, because what's better than one muff? 2. As you would expect, 2 stages of muffness. In the single stage, it's almost like a overdrive distortion, where you use just control number 1 for the, I believe it's just for the volume or the fuzz level of that at one point, and then when you put it up to double, you use both controls. Muff 1 control is then the volume, muff 2 is the fuzz level. That's an extremely bright pedal, especially compared to then. I hadn't thought about the signal chain. I put it next to the TateFX Raise the Dead. I've got 2 of those, because the black knob one is Germanium, and the clear knob with the little pedal topper is a Silicone. The Germanium is inherently a little bit darker, and the Silicone a little bit brighter. You'll hear them side by side, but it's such a minimal difference in reality. The Silicone's a lot louder, but again, it's just that sort of modern technology. Things progress, and with progression comes loudness. Thinking on my feet. Then we have the blue pedal, which is the Mythos High Road Fuzz, the Joey Landreth signature fuzz. I know, again, very little about it. It seems to have that kind of octaviness about it, that upper octave about it. And that, and both the Pandora sitting next to it, the gold Pandora pedal by Sitek, I think both of those probably lead themselves better to lead playing, to single note playing. When you play a chord, it kind of sort of oversaturates, and because of that octave as well, it kind of just gets a bit messy in a brilliant way. But yeah, I personally think they're better leave themselves, or loan themselves more to single note kind of lead playing, which I'm not much of. And then we have the Underfluked Fuzzer, or Fuzzer, which is really hard to get a picture of, because Dan purposely, when he done the graphics for it, purposely done it kind of out of focus and fucked up and kind of blurred, which makes it look like your photo is out of focus and blurred. But that's quite a cool pedal, because you've got level and fuzz, and then the silver knob is, as I'll explain probably while playing, is a bias, which if you take to the left counterclockwise, you get almost a clean signal. The bias, I don't know much about the internals of pedals. I'm trying to learn more. I'm trying to sort of get into just building small kits so I can understand them. But if you take it fully to a right, fully clockwise, it's oversaturated. There's too much shit going into it, and it does that spitty, farty kind of stuff. To be honest, I think if you take it fully to the right, it does nothing. It cuts it out completely. But again, that's a cool pedal. It's very, 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 very versatile. So, yeah, that's it. Let's get on with some tones. I'll chuck the pedal down on top of it, and we'll have a look and have a play. Going to be using the Supro 2030 Hampton into the orange Brentheim's Terror, which goes through into the little compact 2x12 from Noisy Hammer, and the Vox AC15. I'll put a picture up on the screen so you can see. And the mics are going to be panned, so the audio will be panned slightly left and right, so the sound will be as it is in the room, with the orange to the left and the Vox to the right. Right, so let's get down and dirty with some tones, and they're bound to be down and dirty. Just going to run through a riff, same riff, time after time. Might tweak a few settings, but we'll start off, we'll go through in the order they are laid out. So here we go. My clean tone. Yeah, so the fuzz is quite cool in that you've got level, gain, as in fuzz, and then this is a bias. So if you're about there, it's a bit louder. And also the other one with lots and lots of options is obviously the Pandora, and this really deserves a, well, both of these two deserve a video on their own. Perhaps I'll do that in the future. It's got two different voicings, it's got a colour and tone, and obviously your fuzz and level as an output. And obviously this, you've got the, as already explained, you've got the single, which almost borderlines like an overdrive. It's very, very, very bright. And then, ye olde classic fuzz. That was hitting that wonderful boost point of the fuzz. So, that's the individual tones done, and it leaves us with only one final question. What would this board sound like with all the fuzz pedals on at once? I reckon it's going to be fucking horrific. I haven't tried this yet, so this is a first for all of us. Let's enjoy this and pop our 7 fuzz cherry. Though a lot of you have probably done more. Who knows? I don't know about your fuzz sex life. So. Disgusting. That's how it sounds. To be honest, I think about halfway through. I reckon by the time we got, because I went through them in order. Should have really done this camera down, but classic fuzz and the double muff straight away. I think kind of stood up as a tone. What was your favourite? Which ones did you like? Which ones didn't you like? Did you like them all on at once? Let me know in the comments below. Again, if you did like this or find it remotely interesting, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button would be lovely. Thumbs up is great. You know, constructive criticism, positive comments are always welcome. Thumbs down, don't see the point of them. Negative comments, definitely don't see the point of them. Trolls, you can suck a dick. Simple as that. Cheers for watching. Bye bye.